Hello,
Hello, I'm Maike from Germany.
and I'm Edgar from Mexico.
Today we are in Hofgarten in Düsseldorf and we want to share with you some culture differences that we experienced. It has not been always easy. Sometimes they were challenging because it was something new for us, but we always make try to make the best out of it. We collected 5 topics that each of us experienced in a new way. The first one is punctuality. Maybe you also already heard about it, but when I was watching some YouTube videos about culture shocks between Germany and Mexico, a lot of people said that when the party starts at 5, the Mexicans arrive at 7, or the people arrive at 7, so they don't take the time so specific. And this is something I also could experience. For example, we when I was the first time in Mexico, we planned to go to the beach, and I was asking like, okay, when are we starting to go, or when are we when are we planning to be done with packing and everything? He told me like, yeah, we will go at 11. So me, I was ready with my luggage, like even like a few minutes before 11, like ready. I was sitting on the sofa like this, but everyone else was still like in preparation and was still packing the things. And yeah, this was something so new for me that I'm always trying then to be on point, to be ready. So yeah.
Yes. Here, punctuality is something so important. So basically, I could notice this, or I knew this, but when I came here, I could see this, especially with your family or friends. When they say the time to meet, then it's a specific this time, not more minutes or not less minutes. So you have to meet at this point. The first times it was a little hard for me because I had in mind this like around this time we meet, but no, actually it was like in 2 minutes we'll go. Also, I think measuring the time, it's always I
Yes,
think in Mexico it's
also.
common to say 20 minutes, 30 minutes or 10 minutes, but here they also use so specific quantities, right? Like uh,
12:40. We will go
exactly
at 12:40.
12:42, or we
No,
go in
this
7 minutes or things like this. So
yeah.
it's so precise, but which of course it's nice because you respect the time. It's a little hard coming from Mexico, where maybe it's more relaxed, this situation.
Mhm. In general, especially in Mexico, I think I already adapted so good that now they have to wait for me
Yes, of course.
because now I'm too relaxed.
Also, now I know that we have to be ready at this point. So, of course, I try to then organize a little more in advance to be ready at this point. The second topic or cultural shock is breakfast.
Yay, my favorite topic.
In my experience, here in Germany, people it's more used to eat something small or something fast because they are used to um, go early to work. So then that's the reason they try to make it more practical. What I could see so far, it's coffee and a toast with butter, and you can put some ham or cheese.
Yeah.
So basically, that's the most common. At the weekends, then they make it a little bigger,
Hmm.
with some eggs or some salad. When I came the first times, especially, I was not used to it, but then
You were always a little hungry
exactly,
afterwards. And you're
exactly,
like,
I
what?
was always hungry, especially because it was so early, the breakfast.
I think we also, even it's the weekend, we are having breakfast early. I don't know very where that, at least in my family, that we have breakfast at, let's say, 11 or something.
Mm.
In Mexico, you have a big breakfast, and also maybe, of course, it depends on also when maybe you have to go to work or to school, but it's maybe a little bit later. At the weekends, for example, it's also maybe at 11 or even 12. I
Yeah.
don't know. But also, you have a big breakfast. So you're starting with fruits, for example, Then you have a savory, warm breakfast.
Yeah.
So not like cold, for example, like in Germany, like a bread with ham, and also then like a dessert afterwards, like a sweet bread. And coffee is also always at the end, so not during the whole breakfast.
Yeah, some people drink it at the end more to relax and still have a talk when there's time, of
Mhm.
course.
It was something new for me. For example, the dish chilaquiles. You have like tortillas, fried tortillas with a sauce. And for me, tortillas in Germany were before always like chips or tortilla chips. So
Nachos.
nachos, exactly.
Hmm.
But I mean, they're not like spiced or anything. So it was something new for me. Now it's my favorite breakfast. I
Yes.
love it. And in general, I love the Mexican breakfast a lot. But yeah, this was something new for me.
One time we tried to prepare also chilaquiles to your family. Do you
Yes.
remember?
Yeah.
And then it was not so successful as we expected. Of course, understandable because it was something new for your family. Like
Hmm.
you said, having tortillas or like nachos in the breakfast or during breakfast, it was a little heavy, and for them it was more like a snack to eat maybe in the
Hmm.
afternoon or in the evening. That's the reason they were so polite because they were
Hmm.
trying it, of course, but one could see that it was maybe a little heavy for breakfast. It is. We
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
But also maybe because we don't have the ingredients, like the original ingredients, like in Mexico. So
Yeah.
maybe they have to try it in Mexico again.
Yes, of course.
The third culture shock is or was the transportation, the daily transportation. The distances in Mexico are longer. So to go, for example, to the supermarket, to school. I mean, it
Yeah.
depends also maybe where you live. But
Hmm.
let's say you live in a bigger city like you're
Hmm.
from Puebla. Um, yeah, to go to the supermarket, it can take you easily at least 30 minutes.
Yes,
So
exactly.
that's why, yeah, people used, yeah, use the car, the bus for their daily transportation.
Hmm.
It's also not so common to walk then, or yeah, I mean, you will then take so much longer to go to the supermarket. So yeah, this was something new.
The difference here in Germany, I think it's the distances are shorter, and then people is more used to take the bike or ride the bike or also walk a lot. It's something easy to reach different places like this. Like I said, because everything is so close. Also, you can go from one country to another in just 15 minutes, like you, that you are from Bohol. And then sometimes we go out with the bike, and then in 15 minutes we are already in Netherlands,
Yes.
which is really nice, of course, this with the distances. Um, yeah, of course, I think that the fourth topic and one of the biggest cultural shock for me, it's the weather. So basically, as you know, here in Germany, it's cold, especially during winter. It's so cold. So basically, you have to be so prepared to go outside, and you really need to wear different layers. The whole city change a lot during winter. Of course, the landscapes change a lot because everything is white. It's really nice, of course, but you have to be so prepared for this season.
Yeah, and I think this is also, if we now talk about the weather in Mexico, this was then also something new for me. Um, during, yeah, like the winter months compared to Germany, it was quite warm. Maybe you just need a jacket. Depending on where you are in Mexico, it can be also even 30 degrees, but it will be never under 0 degrees. But also, what it's different that inside the house it can be a little bit chilly because there are no heating systems. Sometimes during the summer months or when it's warm, it can be also a little bit humid, which is also yeah, a difference compared to Germany. But yeah, overall, it's yeah, a way more warm country than Germany, and it will never get under 0 degrees.
Of course,
Yeah.
there are different parts in Mexico, in Germany, where it's warmer than others. but this is what we experience now.
And you already got a little bit used to the cold weather in Germany.
Of course, now when it's getting closer the winter, I'm already preparing with clothes, also with different accessories that you can use. I think you gave me also one time, the first time I came to Germany, some pads that you can put in your pockets when you go out, and then they are getting warm. And then this is helping a lot also.
Yeah.
So even you don't want, I think it's important that you go out with gloves, with a hat,
Scarf.
scarf, everything
Yes.
that makes, of course, easier to go out.
Yes. The fifth and the last culture shock is the communication. There's a lot to talk about it, but we chose the subtopic channel of communication. Something that was new for me is that you use WhatsApp for literally everything.
Yeah,
Not just to communicate with your family and friends, but also to communicate with your doctors, at school, at work, to order. Yeah, so for almost everything.
maybe some people think that it's more practical, so that's the reason we use it. It's different here, of course. Like you said, maybe people use it more with friends or family, and then they have different channels or other channels for work and school. Of course, also post is used a lot.
Yes.
So basically, to receive information about the insurance or to do paperwork,
Uh-huh.
you have to use the post a lot. So this was a little hard for me at the beginning because sometimes I forgot to check my post, and then I realized that I had to do check important information or send documents, and yeah, later I had to call to solve these issues always. But now, of course, I'm currently checking my post to be more updated.
Yeah, so if you come to Germany, don't forget to check the post.
Exactly. These were our 5 cultural shocks we wanted to share with you. Of course, we know there's still a lot of difference between the German and Mexican culture, but later with time we want to share more of these cultural shocks.
And let us know in the comments below if you experienced these differences as well or in another way, or which culture shocks you experienced. And yeah, if you like this video, then give it a thumbs up and subscribe.
So see you in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.